Hello out there, my darling dragon friends. I hope you are doing great. My name is Ariel. I am the Sassy Dragon, and welcome back to another revisitation review of Alien by Mugler. I have reviewed this perfume before, but today we have a special added edition. This could possibly turn into a bit of a rant because I bought the Dossier duplicate version. Now, Dossier is a brand of, is a company that creates duplicate fragrances of, famous designer scents that have, usually got a bigger ticket so that you can buy them at a cheaper price. So I wanted to, and they're really good. I mean, I've had a few from them that I actually really like. I like their version of Baccarat Rouge 540 better than the original. I think their version of Killian's Love Don't Be Shy is actually pretty fantastic. So it's not like they do a bad job. But I did get a bottle. This is the way they mail it. They put in a little box. And I got their version of Mugler's Alien, and they call theirs Ambery Cedarwood. All right. This prompted me to go back through my original Alien, the reformulated Alien, to compare and contrast. I thought, let's see how this Dossier Dupe stands up against the two Aliens, the original and the L'Oreal reformulation, which none of us are that crazy about for the most part. Now, just for a little history, Alien by Mugler is an amber woodsy fragrance with a heavy jasmine note that was originally launched in 2005. This thing was and is still amazing. The original is wonderful. It's definitely a Mugler. It's loud, it's proud. It's, a bit of a sex bomb to me with all that jasmine. Makes it very sensual, very seductive. The top note is the jasmine sambac, middle note was the cashmeran, and base note is the amber. So it's very simplistic in general in its notes. It was created by the powerhouse team Dominique Ropion, Rant, and to me it is one of the greatest fragrances, that's been made. It's one of the biggest modern day classics for sure, and definitely of my generation. However, as we all know, if you've been following perfume or perfume news for a while, L'Oreal bought the company, and Clarins, CFG, Clarins Fragrance Group, stopped making it, and it got transferred over to L'Oreal's warehouse, or whoever, what their laboratory or whoever their formulation is. And yes, they definitely changed the formula. You can definitely tell by the bottles. I have, here's the older one. This is definitely an older one. Look at how ambery the fluid ends up turning. It definitely gets dark. I've had this one now for a little over a year. It's still just crystal clear. Like, it's not turning at all. So the ingredients are not even the same. Not even the same ballpark. So, I gave this one a sniff. This is the original, the older one. And yes, this thing is just lush. If you're a jasmine lover, I don't know how you could be without this. And I would be absolutely in mourning for this fragrance in its original formulation, because it's just incredible. The L'Oreal one, in my opinion, boy, it takes all that like sensual, velvety. It's the original Alien is voluptuous. It is sensuous. It has that when you smell something, I call it kind of like a mouth feel, and you smell it and it's almost like it, because our sense of smell and our sense of taste are very connected. And when it has a nice feeling in the mouth, even when you smell it, it's totally got that thing. Oh my gosh. It's slightly honeyed. I mean, it is that feeling of like a honeyed flower. It's just dripping with the nectar. It's beautiful. Anyway, the new one, the L'Oreal remake, it's a lot drier, which some people may really still like. I've done a more intensive review than I'm going to do here today on that, but the comparison, especially as they dry down, to me is like realistic, voluptuous, sexy floral versus like a more dry, synthetic jasmine dryer sheet. It has more of that cleaning product feel. It's definitely more fresh, crisp, dry, rather than the original Alien, which was more like honeyed and just sensual and succulent and just there's nothing like it. So anyway, moving on to the Dossier version, the Ambery cedarwood guys. The top notes that they use in this, which they might have gotten a little carried away on this one, their top notes are mandarin, cardamom, and orange blossom, which we don't see featured in the original makeup at all. The middle notes are the jasmine, sambac, and the cedarwood, which we do have. Base notes are heliotrope, amber, and vanilla, so we do have the amber. I wouldn't say that Alien is a vanilla heavy scent. If there is any in there, it's very light. You definitely just have that very incredible jasmine note. And let me tell you, I am not like an end-all be-all expert of perfume. I guarantee you there's people out there that have been talking about this and researching it and looking at it a lot more in depth than even I can. I just love perfume. I love smelling it. I love researching it. I love learning the history of it, the perfumers behind it, etc. So if there's somebody out there watching this and you know, like, what is the source? Like, what's the source material that they got that original jasmine from? Is that just not even an option anymore, right? And is that why they cheaped it down, or they just cheaped it down to cheap it down, right? So anyway, the Dossier version compared, and I was wondering, I was like, you know, if I get this, maybe it would be better than the reformulation, right? Better than the L'Oreal. But I don't think it is. Ooh, no. No. Now, I've seen people give a lot... It's got... You can really smell the freaking mandarin in it. And not in a good way. The only way that you would like this as a Alien look-alike is if you weren't able to smell it, the original, the real one, next to it. If you didn't smell it with that next to it, because when I first got it, I sprayed on a piece of paper, I left it in the room, and I was like, it smells all right. You know, it smells decent enough. But then when I smelled it next to the original, I was like, oh, no. You know, the original one is just incredible. I even get, like, almost notes of, like, a green tea almost in there, like a jasmine green tea almost. It's just... I'm gonna rant about this. This is an absolute devastating loss to the world of perfume to not have this original Alien in manufacture anymore. Because once these older bottles are gone, they're gone. There's just no way we're gonna get that thing back. And it's just, it's just not right. And so anyway, the original one is like, the top tier one, yes. And then the reformulation, it's you know, it's not absolutely horrific, but it's just not the top tier at all. It's like I said, it's a crispier, more like dryer sheet version of the original, which, you know, if you had not smelled the original and you were smelling this, it probably would still feel decent to you, but you don't have the best one to compare it to. But, when you compare... I'm sorry, Dossier. I love some of your stuff, but this one is a no for me. Because when you smell this next to even the reformulation, it smells like... It's not even as good as a dryer sheet. It's like a toilet puck. It totally is. It's like one of those little pucks that you put in the toilet to keep it clean. It's like bathroom cleanser. And it's not bad to use a bathroom cleanser to clean your bathroom, but you don't want it on your arm. Ew. Yeah, it just has that, like, it has that thing. It's like a little too sweet and a little too chemical and a little too citrusy high octave in the top. I did wear this the other night. I let it dry down just to give it the benefit of the doubt. it didn't really get a whole lot better. It got a little less like cleaning producty on me, but it just really didn't get nicer. So that's my take on the Dossier Dupe, the ambery cedarwood version of Alien. It's not my favorite at all. It's not good, not in my opinion. If you have it and you love it, don't take any of what I say to heart. If you know, everybody's chemistry reacts differently, but I would say that if I hadn't smelled it next to the other ones, it wouldn't have hit me as badly as it did. That's for sure. Because the original one, as you smell, it just gets better and better as it dries down. Instead of like, oh, yeah. Instead of just disappointing you. So, you know, it's like, in some ways, I guess as a result of having smelled this, I hate the L'Oreal reformulation a little less. I actually don't, like, completely hate it because it is closer to the original than the Dossier Dupe is. Yeah. Not that that's a comfort to those of us that love the original. But anyway, guys, that's my take on it. Rest in peace, original Alien. I am so sad that we will not be able to get more of this once, you know, all the bottles are bought up off of eBay or wherever they may be right now. It's just a really big shame for the perfume world. I truly, truly hope that either L'Oreal will come to their senses, I'm not holding my breath, and bring it back to the original, or give these darn perfumes back to Clarins Fragrance Group and they can start making them again in their great glory. Or another company other than Dossier makes a decent replica of the original that is a lot closer to it than even the L'Oreal reformulation. So thank you guys as always for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you. Leave me your comments below. Tell me what you know and what you think about this gorgeous perfume, which until or unless someone truly revives it is sadly no more for now. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.